Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. I am an author, writer, editor, full-time 9-to-5 employee, and I just currently started my own publishing company called Kingdom Books. And today we are talking about the tips and tricks I've learned on how to stay sane and creative while working from home, because that's been a thing since the world went into a global pandemic. And it was a topic that many of you were interested on Instagram, so here's the video. Dylan, unfortunately, will not be able to edit this one, so there's not going to be a full intro song like there is in my other videos. So we'll just get right into this. Tip number 1 is to plan your day. I have been doing quite a lot of planner hopping. Don't know if that came out right. Over the course of 2020, I started the year with one planner, found another one that had a habit tracking thing, ended up getting that, and stopped using that one consistently, and finally, I think I have found the planner that works for me. I don't know if you've heard of this before, Evo, this planner. You take a brain type assessment. Before that, there's 4 different brain type assessments that they have, or 4 different brain type assessment results that they have. And they send you a customized planner based on the way your brain thinks. The month and the week planning part is the same in all of the different types of planners, but the weekly part, which is the part that I've been using the most consistently, is like specifically geared for your type of brain and how you think, and it has made such a difference in my productivity levels, and it taught me a lot about how I actually work too, and it makes a lot of sense. Now I can maximize my productivity. I got Oracle as my result, which just sounds really cool. Basically, that means I work best in modes. I have a hard time like hopping from one thing to another really quick. It's like if I'm in a thing, I need to be in that thing, and I can't multitask very well. I'm also very future focused, like being able to project and see like dreams and vision and all that are all part of my brain type strengths. And this planner helps me work with that, which is really, really nice. This part kind of, I think, because I checked out the other planners too, it's sort of the same. The Oracle one gives you a lot more space to write, like blank space to write, and a lot of space to kind of keep track of your different ideas that you have going on. So it starts off with a daily gratitude, which I've been doing every day, and it's a good way to put yourself in a good mood. Find no time, today I will find time to focus by, which I've been having a little bit of a hard time filling out different ways on how I focus, but in general, like just by tracking it, I found that when I put my phone away, go figure, it's a whole heck of a lot easier to focus. You get to plan your wellness activity, your fun activity, because you have to plan fun. I didn't realize how easy it is to just forget about having fun, and it's a very necessary part of life. The whole section to take track of your notes and ideas, and then you have your most important tasks for the day, and it's split up into 2 different areas here. These are like work tasks, and these are personal tasks. For me, I don't actually try to get down every single task that I write down. It's just very nice to have a space where I can keep track of what's going on, and if I end up getting like 5 out of like the 12 I have written down, I feel like I've done pretty good for the day. And then this part, which is a really nice way to end your day, is kind of like an evaluation. You check off if you've done gratitude, your most important task of the day, which you write up here at the top, if you've done your wellness activity, if you've had your focus time, and if you've done your monthly ritual, which you can actually schedule in the app that coincides with the planner. Then you give your day a score on a scale of 1 to 10, and this part has been really nice for me, just from someone who likes to introvert and self-reflect. Check off what your biggest takeaway from the day was, and that can either be a win, a lesson, an experience, or a discovery, and you write a little bit about it, and then you can track that all in the app, and it gives you the progress of like how you have been tracking things over the whole 90 days that you have this for, which is really nice, because from that I've been able to figure out that for some reason Wednesdays are my most productive days, and they're the days that like generally I feel the best for some reason. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, find a planner that works really well with how you think and how you work and makes you feel good about your day. That is key to staying sane when you are working from home. Dogfoot. Hi, Kiwi. You want to come in frame? Tip number 2 is to have a designated office space. I cannot emphasize how important it is to have a space in your place of living that is just dedicated to 9 to 5 or like the business aspect of your work that you need to get done. I mean, maybe you're different than me, but I have a very hard time creating in the same space where I'm supposed to be doing work. So I have curated kind of the best things that have helped me in my space. So I will show those to you. Originally, this was the first space I had used for my home office. I sat this chair, used that as a standing desk sometimes when I needed to. And it was nice because it had a really good background for Zoom calls. But a couple things wrong with this. This chair just absolutely wreaks havoc on your back after a while. And standing at the ironing table, still like you were getting the bad computer posture with that. Also, we have curtains over there that open up to our street view, which is really nice to have and look out at, but it's kind of dark in here without that light coming in, and our dog loves to bark at people crossing the street, so that got really loud and disruptive. And this is connected to the whole rest of the house, so even though I wouldn't come here during the weekend time or like even as soon as my clock out time was there, it's still like connected to the rest of my living space, so I didn't really feel like I was ever leaving work. My mom was originally using this. She's a preschool teacher and she was having to teach online, but now that she is doing summer camps back in the classroom, I've been able to take over the space. So I've got all my work stuff over here. Notice the chair that helps with ergonomic posture things. Key number 1 to office space at home: get yourself a chair that is good for your back, because wow, back was hurting a lot for a little while there. If you have to work from home long term, definitely the chair is worth the price. The next key to having a good at-home office space is to have some sort of window where you can see the outdoors, preferably where you can see the outdoors and your dog doesn't freak out every 5 minutes because people are out walking in the street a whole lot more. So yeah, this has been a very nice setup. The table is big enough for me to have all of my work things on it, and I got my work computer, got my work phone, all that good stuff. And if you're wondering, this is where I keep all my Etsy stuff too, for the Bookish Bath Shop, which I have linked down below. And the third, I think this is the last key to staying sane and creative while working from home, is to develop a solid health routine. For me, one of the things that when quarantine first started hitting was I started eating a bunch of crap food. Oh, I got a thing on my face. Whoops. So one of the things I started doing was I just have this little tiny notebook, paper notebook thing that I can keep with me, and I've started tracking my food and realizing wow, I was eating way too much. So that's been very helpful in monitoring what I'm eating, and I can see over the day wow, you ate way too much sugar, or oh, good job, you did pretty good. The other thing that has been really helpful for me is tracking workouts. Never been a gym person. I never had a gym membership before. It just seems, I don't know, like working out around other people because I get really competitive and competition's not always great for form. I do at-home workouts with Les Mills On Demand, and it's been the best on-demand program I've ever paid for, and I've had my fair share of at-home workout programs that I've paid for. These ones are actually really fun and really enjoyable, and they come with different challenges that you can do, different workout plans. And this is mine right here. I will show it to you how I've been utilizing it, because this has been a groundbreaking discovery for me. I just printed this off, but so they have the days that you're supposed to do the workout, what type of workout, what number it is. But I found out that if you write encouraging notes to yourself after you finish the workout, it is extremely motivating. I feel so good after that. And this is really cool. I got a special scale called, it's like Fit Track or something like that, but it's basically like an in-body scale and can give you all of the stats, like your BMI, your muscle mass, your like resting metabolic rate, all this stuff. So I've been tracking that Mondays at the beginning of the week so that I can see my progress. I was doing really well. I lost a bit of weight and had finally got my BMI down, and then I injured my shoulder, and because I couldn't work out, of course, naturally, I ate a bunch of like sweets and whatnot. So stats increased there, and now they're kind of going back down, but like kind of not in some areas. The amount of calories I burned just resting has gone up, which is good. Weight has gone down a little bit, but like BMI and BFP and like subcutaneous fat are all like a little bit higher. So is my muscle mass. So it'll be interesting to see where that's going. Maybe that's too much information. You probably didn't need to see all of my body stats, but there it is. This plan is called Recreate Yourself, and I have really been enjoying it. I missed my workout yesterday, so I'm doubling up today with body attack and body balance. So that's going to be a big workout day after work. Other health-related tips are to make sure you are drinking the proper amount of water, because hydration helps your brain function better and it will make you feel better. And to make sure to walk around the house, because this is something I find is very easy to forget to do. And it's so easy just to sit down all day at the computer and just, you know, not move. So what I've been doing is setting a timer or like just keeping track of the time, and I make sure that if I've been sitting for at least 2 hours, I get up and walk a lap around the house, because your legs need that kind of circulation, you know? So yeah, doing that. Those are all the health related tips. I do actually have one more bonus 4th tip, and that is to get outside, and like if you feel comfortable with certain people, try to connect with people in person, like when you can, when you feel safe doing so. At least once a week or once every other week, because the human interaction is really necessary for like just stimulating your brain. If I don't pay attention to this stuff, I won't do it. It's very, very easy for me to just stay inside for a week and be like, oh wow, I didn't even go out to get the mail or anything. So being very intentional about it has really helped my creativity, actually. There was this one part in my book that I was really, really stuck in. I could not like figure it out. And so that weekend, instead of worrying too much about like my story and trying to crank it out, I actually went and did something with some friends. Maybe it was a friend. It was one friend. She's a musician. Her name is Sue Sings. You should check her out. She has a really pretty voice. But we went and hung out for a little bit, and just being able to talk and converse with her. And I came home and it was like my brain had opened up with all of these ideas on how to solve the plot hole. So it doesn't even necessarily have to be like book or creative related. I think just getting out and having experiences with people, and maybe even using like that other language part of our brain where we're using words to converse with people, might help with the writing part as well. Crazy to think about. Yep, those are my 4 tips for staying sane and creative while working from home. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Videos go up every Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, bye. You want to say bye, Kiwi? Kiwi says bye too.